generally speaking, we want to just try not to overtrain, but more likely than not, at some point, you're going to do some overtraining and end up pretty sore, or you maybe just get injury somewhere along the line. So I'm going to talk to you guys about two tools here that I find are some of the best tools that you can use at home to help yourself recover from injuries or just overtraining, just that general sore muscles or actual pain. And then we'll also quickly talk about when it comes to finding therapists in your area to help you, what are some things that are going to really help you find the best person possible versus wasting your time with people that aren't going to be a great choice. So let's actually maybe start there is when you go in to see somebody and you're working with them, if they're just strictly focusing on the area of pain, you might want to consider that there might be someone better out there. Just because that's where the pain is doesn't mean that's where the problem is. So you want someone that's going to actually do an assessment with you, look at your body, look at how you're moving, test some muscles, range of motion, those types of things. And also a huge red flag is if they don't have any at-home care for you to do. They're not saying, hey, when you go home, make these adjustments, do these things, and they purely want you dependent on them to get better. We want to find someone who's willing to work with us and give us stuff that we can be doing outside our time in the clinic with them. And that's looking at our whole body as we're training. We're in the mountains lots, we're working our body hard. We need someone who understands that, can look at it and say, hey, your knee pain, it might not actually be stemming from the knee. It's actually a hip or an ankle issue or something like that, maybe even a core issue. So while we often do want to have treatment right on that area, we also have to consider that a lot of the times that's not the root of the problem, and we also need to go work on other areas of our body. Now let's talk about these two tools. So we got a cup. Silicone is best if you're going to be doing this at home on your own. And then we got a little kind of gua sha tool or a little scraping tool here. You can pick it up off Amazon. Don't need any particular one. Basically, you just need a little edge that you can work with. So with those, cupping, really good for decompressing tissue, whereas most other therapies that we're looking at to help our bodies recover are based on compression. So that's one of the few where we decompress tissue and basically think about it as we're just pulling layers of tissue that are matted down and stuck together, pulling them apart, rehydrating the area, getting blood flow into there, bringing all the good stuff in so that we can get rid of all the garbage and get it metabolized and out of that area. Think of it like a car accident or making dinner or something. You need to bring groceries in, you need to kick the garbage out, or if there's a car accident, you need to bring the ambulance, bring the fire trucks, all that stuff, and then you also need to tow those trucks away. So that's the same thing with an injury. We got to get the good stuff in, get the bad stuff out. So cupping, really good, decompresses the tissues, and it's going to help alleviate the pain a little bit. Basically just based off like sensitization of your body, right? Is like if an area is painful, if we can put a stimulus into that area that is not painful, that's going to help our body down regulate that a little bit so that we can get back to moving pain-free through that area and get back to moving pain-free all the time, right? So we want to be moving our body in a pain-free way that allows us to continue to do that. So cupping, awesome for that. This little guy looks like just a little metal stick. Basically, what we want to do with it is lightly scrape the tissue. You see people take this way overboard. You've probably seen videos online of people like all bruised up and red and purple and like blood coming to the surface. That is way more than you ever need to do. The idea is not to take this thing and break up heavy tissue adhesions. We're just scraping over it light enough that we're going to get some color change in there within a couple of minutes, and that's going to increase blood flow to that area. We also want to be gentle enough. We want things to be what we call non-noxious or non-painful for us. As we're doing them, we're trying to change that relationship that we have to pain in that area. So we want to have stimulus going to that area, increase the blood flow. Same thing with this. It's going to increase blood flow to that area, help heal that area in a non-painful way. So depending on the issue, I'm not going to go through everything obviously here, right? Is get a little gua sha or Graston kind of tool like this. Shouldn't be more than like, I don't know, 20-30 bucks on Amazon. Pick something up. I like this shape. There's tons of shapes. This one's called Stick On. I don't know, just got it off Amazon. And then cups, get a little silicone one, either a medium or a large size one is going to be best. Then you just work on the areas. If you're not sure what to do, go into Google, go into YouTube, whatever, right? And be like, hey, shoulder pain, this, knee pain, that, whatever. And look up cupping or grass and gua sha videos. But generally speaking, you can just apply it to that area or areas that you're like, hey, this is feeling painful and uncomfortable. Slap it on there, and you'll notice that things start feeling a lot better with time. You don't want to do it like too aggressively or too often, but you can do it as long as you're light enough with it on a pretty regular basis, and it's going to help a lot with your recovery. Whether you're just trying to recover from overtraining without any actual injuries, or if you're actually dealing with a bit of an injury, then it can be beneficial as well. So hopefully that helps you guys. If you have questions about like specific injuries or something, or any specifics that you're dealing with, feel free to drop me a comment here, throw it in there, and I'll try to either one, help you guys out in there, or two, throw up another video talking specifically about that thing.